Hello, everybody. As we've said before, these are really unprecedented times we're living through right now. And one of the temptations when you're going through a sense of change, challenge, difficulty is to turn inwards and to become very self-focused. And of course, we have to be responsible. We have to think about ourselves and the people sort of immediately connected to us. But actually, now is the time to turn outwards and to think about those who are more vulnerable, those who are more at need, more in need. And that actually, in a funny sort of way, helps to calm you, because you stop focusing all about yourself and your own needs and yourself. You start to think about others, and you sort of let the soul go into first gear, and it can really have a calming effect. And it's really necessary and important right now. And we've seen so many instances of people doing acts of kindness, acts of love, acts of positivity to others. And someone who's, I really sort of feel, is at the center of this, and his job, I think he only started this about a year ago that you joined Gift. Literally a year ago. I feel like now is sort of like his moment. Like, you could never have imagined a year ago how crazy things would have turned out to be in this world. And we're here to talk about Gift, and also more generally about doing acts of kindness. But Gift is a charity based in London, UK, which is where we're at, which is all about helping people who are unable to help themselves. And the person that's running this is standing right next to me, Rabbi Sands. Can I call you Rabbi Sands?
Call me Sands. That's just as good.
Okay, Sands, Rabbi Sands. Tell us a bit about what Gift is about in general, and then what you're doing now in response to what's going on with the whole coronavirus situation.
Sure. So GIFT stands for Give It Forward Today. And the whole idea of GIFT is to educate people about acts of kindness and doing chesed. But we do it through actually doing. We do it through teaching, but you have to practice and work the giving muscle. And if you don't work the muscle, it dies. And that's how we've always seen it. So we've got platforms that allow people to get involved with acts of kindness in such a different plethora of ways, all different opportunities, all different initiatives that give them the opportunity to get involved and do acts of kindness for other people. And it's not just for people that are always in need, it's for people that are, their friends, and just a smile, and their colleagues at work and in the house, obviously. And that's a very important thing. Giving is not just downwards, it's also to each other and to people that you can help.
And we're here at the Gift warehouse at the moment, and we're going to see sort of what's going on, what your operations are. We've having to wear these gloves because we're dealing with food, we're dealing with items that are going to go into people's homes. You're making sure that you're keeping the highest level of hygiene and sanitization here. But talk about, before we sort of explore your warehouse and understand what it is you do, and we maybe talk about how people can get involved, talk to us about what's happened ever since this whole coronavirus pandemic has sort of kicked off.
Okay, so Sunday we were approached by a number of organizations, United Synagogue, Jewish Care, JAMI, the Holocaust Center, Hasmonean, JFS, and I mean so many others. And in Manchester as well, we're not just...
For what?
Okay, so they approached us and said, look, I think everyone was a bit caught unawares. It felt like a little bit of a tsunami, and everyone's now just trying to galvanize and do what they can for the community. So the immediate things that...
Which is, by the way, a great testament to the level at which Gift has now come into the Jewish community here.
I feel that, that we were a bit of the go-to for giving and the go-to for chesed. We immediately on Sunday, we started WhatsApp groups, and within literally, and I'm not even joking, an hour and a half, we had 2 full WhatsApp groups of volunteers ready to help people that were self-isolating, people that were sick or vulnerable, and we were able to immediately step up and step into to give those people opportunities to do chesed for those people that were in need. So
you're seeing tons of new volunteers that you've never worked with before.
Hundreds have come from everywhere, all different parts of the community, so broad, which is a beautiful thing in our community. We've stepped up.
And this is both London and Manchester?
And
Jerusalem, wow. Okay.
We are based in Jerusalem as well. The headquarters is in London, but we have a centre in Jerusalem, as well as in Manchester. We have 2 ladies there running operations.
And if people were interested in starting one in their community outside of those cities, could they approach you? Is that something? I know you're probably very preoccupied right now, but in theory, is that something that could happen?
We are obviously looking to expand but we're consolidating in London. Yeah. Obviously, there's plans for us to develop and help and be a part of educating and developing people's giving muscle out in Leeds, Birmingham, Bristol, and Manchester. We have got a new initiative in the universities, young professionals. We've started a young gift, and they've started doing homeless drops and a whole bunch of different opportunities that they are doing. But coming back to Corona and the real start of this week brought so many different opportunities. One of them was going, driving, helping, going shopping, doing errands, dropping a prescription. Another thing we've started is Care for the Carers, which we've sent over 300 packages to carers in hospitals around the northwest London at the moment, and that's done by people coming in, making sure that they, obviously are asymptomatic, and they've come in and they are doing so much to take those parcels to carers. They've got a mug, some hand creams, all different things, a little note that the carers, we actually asked the carers, what do you want? They came back to us and told us a bunch of things, and we've created packs for them. That's another thing. We've got a tutoring club for all the kids that are not at school anymore, and we're actually looking at helping some of the schools with their free lunch opportunities, which they give to a lot of their students, and some of the schools have approached us and asked us how we can get involved and how we can actually make a difference.
So obviously you're getting a lot more volunteers, but what about the challenges? It's probably a lot higher demand. Talk to me about that.
Right, so besides the Corona, dealing with people in their houses isolated, what we have is we normally feed 270 households every week. That is support packages, that's bread, vegetables, 60 chickens for some of the most needy, and then dry goods, all different kinds of cereals, cans, etc. We normally take on 2 to 3 a week maximum, probably average.
As in two more families.
Families, and sometimes they go and, they've got a job, or they've got some, they've stabilized their income. A lot of them say, thanks, you helped us through a great challenge, but, we're on our feet, and thank you so much. We took on 16 in the last 24 hours.
Wow.
Which it's unbelievable and that was, we fast tracked them. That normally takes about a week to process one. We go meet the family. There's a whole bunch of things. We have fast tracked everything so that they could get food for this Shabbat, and support packages. So that is a enormous challenge that is starting to happen for us. We envisage this is going to become a much bigger challenge as if this coronavirus does continue and keep us indoors as well as out of work, etc. And we are here. Gift is here. We are here for the community.
So show us around the warehouse and what's going on.
Sure.
What's happening?
So here we've got we've got a number of freezers, 7 freezers as you can see, and this is full, packed with breads, ready to go out. They go out on Tuesdays and Fridays. We pack them, and this is here our support packages. So these are going to be going out next week. They're packed in advance just because we don't know what's coming next week. So we've got...
No one does.
No. So we've packed in advance, and this is something that we really have to think long term, is how we're going to get food to these people. This is essential food for these people. A lot of these families are on 10 to 15 pounds a week food budget. So when you consider that, 4 cups of coffee at Costa, you are thinking a different way. And that's why this is essential for us. And we've scaled down our packaging. We have 30, 40, 50 kids and family come on a Thursday night here every week of the year to pack. We've scaled that down completely. We allowed only 7 people in here. Took a lot longer.
Because of health reasons.
Because of the concerns and precautions.
Social distance.
Everyone's social distance. Everyone has to wear these. Everyone washes their hands in and out. And some people were having masks. Only obviously healthy people coming into the centre. Course, yeah. There's a lot going on, and we envisage it getting bigger and bigger. And we envisage if this rolls on and the schools being off, there's going to be a lot more that the community can get involved in. Volunteering opportunities for tutoring, for online classes, for helping kids, etc. Obviously, if we don't lockdowns of some sort, we don't know, but there will be essential services being delivered, and these we consider essential, and therefore this will continue as long as we can to feed the families that we have taken on.
So let's talk a bit about the supplies question. Are
Right.
you a bit concerned about that in terms of being able to, meet demand and continue? I mean, I'm looking at all your supplies here. A lot of them are sort of dry goods, honey, rice, croutons, coffee. But
Right.
you were telling me as we walked in that this isn't what you consider full normally.
This is probably half full, and we are very concerned with supplies. We have been trying to source pasta, cereals. We know it's Pesach coming up, but people still have to eat for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And rices, couscous, those kind of things, then dry goods, cans, tunas, etc. There are limitations in the shops, and we have even gone so far as had a donation from America of 100 kilograms of pasta, which really alleviated the last 2 weeks of.
But the truth is, surely that if people stop hoarding, if everyone just carries on as normal, if you're having to self-isolate and you have to get someone for a week or 2 weeks, fine. But for everyone else, hoarding is not only selfish, but it's unnecessary. And what it does is that's going to lead to the supply shortages. If everyone treats things as normal, people are saying, oh, what if I have to, can't find, if I get stuck at home, well, then you ask someone else to. You can't find someone else to help get food for you. You find someone. There surely will be someone in your network that can help. Oh, well, I'm worried there'll be long queues in the shops. Well, there won't be long queues if everyone acts normally, right? That's at least how I see things.
You're 100%, Ollie. You're 100% right. We're such a generous community, and we will take care of each other. We all do, and we always have, and we always will do that. And yes, so when someone's taking 8 pastas, it means
that affects you.
It affects all the food banks. It affects people that just don't have the pasta. They can't get to the shop. It's a huge problem for us, and it's we hope that people will know that we're a first world country, that there's a lot of supplies. Yeah. The supply chain, I think, as the Prime Minister said, is quite robust, and things will. If everyone's calm, there's no need to panic. Yeah. There's no need to panic.
Absolutely. So, last question: how can people get involved if they want to get involved? There's so many different ways they can get involved.
There are so many different initiatives. I've mentioned just a few. www.jgift.org. It's simple as that, jgift.org. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We'd love you to get involved. Be in touch with us, and we'll set you up. We'll help you. You just get onto one of our platforms, and we've got online education going free online. There's going to be educational sessions every day from Sunday, 11 and 9 o'clock. 11 o'clock for the primary schools. 9 o'clock is a different opportunity for more advanced. And it's just that's what we're here for. We're here, like we said at the beginning, just to help people to give it forward today.
Absolutely. So we're going to put a link in the video description for you to get involved, and if you're able to donate as well, any amount at all. I really can't think of many worthier causes than this one. So please help in any way you can, whether it's through donating, whether it's through your time, whether it's through whatever it is. Get involved, because now is the time. Thank you. To stay up to date with JTV content, click subscribe here if you're on YouTube and hit the alarm bell. And if you're on Facebook, hit the like button, and under following, click see first. If you enjoy watching JTV content and want to help us continue to grow, please consider making a donation to us by clicking here.